Conquering the Mind, One Small Baby Step After Another. Narrated by Zoran the Dragon. Zoran, the ancient dragon, whose wings had felt the cosmic winds for millennia, sat upon his mountaintop, looking out over the world below. The great expanses of time and space had revealed many truths to him, yet he always knew that the most profound wisdom came from the smallest of steps. His deep voice echoed across the winds as he began to speak, a message both ancient and newly discovered. The mind is a powerful beast, young ones, and it is not tamed in a single mighty leap. It is subdued one small step at a time, for even a dragon must walk before it flies. Zoran spoke of an ancient truth. The power to transform one's life resides in the smallest of actions. This is the essence of Joe Dispenza's teachings, a truth that Zoran had come to understand through the centuries of watching humans struggle with the complexities of the mind. The mind, so full of potential and yet so prone to chaos, is not easily subdued, but it can be transformed one small baby step after another. The struggle of the mind, a dragon's reflection. The mind, as Zoran knew well, was not an easy adversary. Humans often found themselves trapped in patterns of thought and emotion that felt like chains, tying them to past experiences and future anxieties. The unconscious mind, filled with deeply ingrained habits and beliefs, often ran the show, and it was only through understanding its workings that one could begin to shift those patterns. The mind is a fortress, Zoran mused, and the key to unlocking its gates lies in the smallest of movements. You cannot break the door down in a single strike. No, you must wear it down, patiently, like the slow flow of a river carving through stone. Joe Dispenza's work emphasizes the profound power of small, incremental changes. He teaches that to overcome the mind, one must first become aware of it. Only then can one begin to consciously direct the flow of thoughts and emotions. Dispenza encourages people to take small steps, tiny shifts in perception, brief moments of mindful awareness, and gentle, consistent actions that over time lead to profound transformation. The journey of transformation, baby steps, and the power of consistency. Zoran recognized that the journey of transformation, as Joe Dispenza teaches, does not require grand gestures or miraculous acts. The path is built on small, consistent steps, each one building upon the last. It is the slow, steady process of rewiring the brain, of creating new neural pathways that align with a higher state of consciousness. The key to mastery, Zoran said with a deep, rumbling voice, is not in the great leaps of strength or wisdom, but in the daily steps, taken one by one. Like a dragon who learns to spread its wings, so too must the mind learn to soar, but only after many, many steps. Joe Dispenza's work revolves around the idea that by changing small, everyday habits, whether it be through meditation, mindful breathing, or changing thought patterns, an individual can slowly begin to reprogram their subconscious mind. It is the accumulation of these small steps that leads to larger shifts in behavior, health, and overall well-being. The consistency of these steps is vital. Dispenza teaches that through repeated practice, the brain becomes trained to operate in a new, healthier way. This is not a one-time fix, but a lifelong journey of gradual transformation. The effort to conquer the mind lies not in moments of great intensity, but in the steady, ongoing work of change. The science of baby steps, rewiring the brain, the magic of small steps, is not just spiritual or philosophical, it is scientific. Neuroscience supports Dispenza's teachings, revealing how small, consistent changes in behavior can rewire the brain's neural networks. The brain is highly plastic, meaning it can change and adapt throughout life. And these small steps help to foster new connections and eliminate outdated ones. Zoran, who had watched the human race evolve through the ages, understood the power of this neural plasticity. The dragon knows that even the most ancient of minds can learn new tricks, but it takes patience. It is not in the fiery breath that change occurs, but in the steady flame that burns over time. As Dispenza teaches, the brain can be trained to operate from a state of higher consciousness, one that is more aware, more intentional, and more connected to the present moment. The small steps people take, such as focusing on the present moment, becoming aware of unconscious thought patterns, and intentionally shifting their emotional state all contribute to this transformation. The role of meditation, the power of quiet reflection. One of the key practices that Joe Dispenza advocates for is meditation. Meditation, when practiced consistently, allows individuals to break free from the habitual thought patterns that govern their lives. Through meditation, they can become aware of their unconscious thoughts and begin to shift them, one small step at a time. Zoran nodded sagely, his ancient wings ruffling in the breeze. In the stillness of the mind, the greatest transformations occur. The mind may seem restless, like a wild river, but if you allow it to settle, it will find its natural flow. The dragon knows that only through stillness can one tap into the true power of the universe. Dispenza's teachings align with this ancient wisdom. Through meditation, individuals can access a state of deep awareness where the subconscious mind can be reprogrammed. It is through these small moments of mindfulness, repeated over time, that lasting change can occur. A call to action: begin with one small step. Zoran's final words echoed through the mountains, resonating deep within the hearts of those who listened. If you wish to tame the mind, take that first step. Do not wait for the perfect moment, for the time is always now. Start with one small, deliberate action, one conscious thought, one breath in the present. That is how the transformation begins. Small steps, each one adding up to great change. Indeed, the path to conquering the mind is not one of grand gestures, but of small, consistent actions. By taking that first step, and then the next, and the next, the individual begins the journey toward mastery. Through the teachings of Joe Dispenza, and with the timeless wisdom of the dragon, it is clear that the road to transformation is paved with baby steps, but those steps, when taken with intention, will lead to the most profound of changes.